Alright, so today I'll be showing you how to recreate this Halloween demon face. And I got the inspiration to do this from a tutorial done by the girl pictured here actually. And she did it based on this print right here, which is pretty freaky looking. Um, and this is how mine turned out, which I'm actually very, very happy about. So let's get started. So I got kind of ahead of myself and I started doing my eyes and I was like, probably put on some eye primer. So on my face, I have a clean face. I put makeup primer, foundation primer on, and right now I'm also putting my NARS eye primer, just so there's no creasing or anything when I do my eyes because there's gonna be some major layering going on. So yeah, now I got ahead of myself again. I'm going back and showing you a few of the things that I used. So this is just a white cream makeup that I used in there. And baby powder for setting I used, and also this makeup forever setting spray I used. That's one of the brushes I used to apply the cream makeup for all the tight spots, and one of the sponges that came with the kit. Big fluffy brush. And I used more than that, but I'll explain it and show you as I go. So right now I'm filling in my eyes with a black CoverGirl eyeliner. And do your waterline. Yeah, trace out the shape that you want first, and then just kind of go ahead and fill them in. I found this was the best way to do it. I mean, eyeliner is going to stick probably better than the cream makeup you buy in the Halloween kit, so. And then here I am putting black eyeshadow over all of it just to get it more clean and black it out and just really making it pop. The Halloween makeup I used, it basically comes off with water, so it was kind of a challenge to figure out the best way to kind of layer everything. But I think I made it work, so I'm pretty happy. So here, I see I have a few lines already drawn in. I'm just kind of messing up the lines I drew. I don't want them to be like really harsh, I want them to be a little more messy. And so I'm just taking a Q-tip and just kind of messing that around. And yeah. Don't you love my Despicable Me print in the back? It's just awesome. And here I am starting my nose, and yes, you have to get in those nostrils. Basically you're going to do just the bottom half of your nose and a little above. I know it's hard to see kind of what I did here, but I basically just followed the picture, and I also watched the tutorial. I'll link that down below too. And then you just kind of start drawing lines based on the photo. Again, I did this based on the picture. I recreated this tutorial because I used different products. She had more of like professional products, like face paint and stuff that stayed on better, and so I just tried to recreate it based on what I had available to me. So again, I used a lot of eyeliner, and I'm trying to draw as many black lines as I can without making it too hard for me to add the white onto, to kind of work around, because I did a test run and the cream makeup, it doesn't dry very well. So I found when I went to go over it with other things, like such as the eyeliner, that it would kind of just rub off. So I'm trying to put as much detail in it as possible before I have to do all of the white. And the white honestly took me the longest part, just because I had to work around everything, and I really wanted to make sure I get a standout white, so I had to do a few layers. So yeah, just drawing some lines based on the photo here, and that's pretty much what we're doing. This whole look in total took me about 3 hours. You can probably shorten it. I would imagine it really really doesn't need to take that long. I was just very picky about the white component, and I really wanted to make sure it stayed throughout the night. And it did stay pretty well, so I was very happy. Also, I should mention, I am not a pro at this. This is honestly the first intense Halloween makeup I've ever tried. I'm super happy with the results. But this is just how I did it. If you guys are pros at this and know a better way to set your makeup or which products to use, then power to you. But I figure this is just kind of the, I don't know, tutorial for people who don't have too much at their disposal, don't want to spend too much money, because black eyeliner is something you're going to have with you. Baby powder is also a well-known household product. Just go pick up a $10 makeup kit is what I bought from Target. And the makeup setting spray, though, is very helpful. If you can get your hands on some of that, I would definitely recommend it. I just use that on my daily basis makeup routine, so it worked out. So now I'm taking a finer little brush and patting on the finer details in black eyeshadow. I already did that with the eyes with a bigger, fluffier brush, but now I'm just doing the smaller details here. And I just decided to set that since I had a fair amount of eyeshadow going on. Just make sure that stays on there. And before I put the white on, I just kind of dabbed some baby powder all over my face, just to kind of give it something to stick to. And then you see here, I took a cream makeup to start. I used 2 different white makeups. I didn't show this particular cream makeup. It was in a tube, but this was easier to kind of get everywhere. It's more spreadable. So I'm just taking a makeup sponge. I bought a little kit of makeup sponges specifically for this. I also used a cheap little eyeshadow set brush for this because I didn't want to ruin my own. So I'm just putting this all over, and you'll see I used 3 different brushes to do this. I used that large one. I'm using this tinier one that actually came with my makeup kit. And I used also this guy right here. I don't know what to call it. I'm not very well versed in makeup brush names, but it has a flat surface and it's a pretty skinny brush, and it's just really good to get into all the tinier spots and also to add some detail around the eye. So at the end, what I did is I took that brush and still had a little bit of white makeup on it, and I drug it kind of down or up from the black in my eyes just to create a few more lines. And I think I did about 2 layers of this cream makeup, and after I was done both of them, I set them with baby powder, and also I sprayed them as well, just to do double duty there. And I also, to make things a little quicker, I took the blow dryer and just kind of, on cold, don't use hot or else it's going to melt off your face. That's why I had to use 2 different cream makeups, because one of them I just sweat off the first time I was trying it out. So I have a base on right now, but I just decided I wanted more and thicker, and like I said, the first time I tried just the cream makeup, I literally sweated off. So I took this other white that I showed in the palette earlier, and with the sponge that it gave me, and I just kind of dabbed it on for a little more coverage. Now, since you already have a pretty good base, I concentrated the stuff in the area where I knew I would kind of like sweat more. And you have to be careful with this stuff because it will rub off what's underneath if you're not too careful. So you really have to put a lot on your sponge. And then I went into my favorite part, which is the contouring. I did this with a gray eyeshadow, and there's not much of that left because I just went to town, and it makes such a big difference in your face. It really hollows it out. And I concentrated on my cheekbones, my jawline, my neck. If you want to bring it down to your neck, I find it looks really awesome. And also around my hairline, just to make it look a little deeper and darker. in the other tutorial, she actually went down all the way onto her neck, but I didn't want to do that. So now I'm taking a smaller gray eyeshadow brush and just kind of putting in some detail around. I went around the outside of my eyes and also drew lines down my face. You can kind of see those. Just to create some extra detail because that's kind of like a baseline for like the veiny lines we're going to go in and add with the eyeliner later. Just get some more detail in there. And here we are with the mouth. So again, like eyeliner over this cream makeup, you really have to try and black it out because it's really hard for it to show up. So the mouth turned out a little more gray, but I'm okay with that. It's still, you can see. And basically what I'm doing is creating the same type of veiny lines that I did around my eyes, and I'm just drawing basically a smile from jaw to jaw and then adding those lines and sometimes connecting them to the actual mouth also, or the actual, the mouth and the line, connecting them to the lines from the eye. And I did some from my nose also. And here you see I'm adding more thinner lines around the face too. So basically just drawing some veins, like get creative with it. There's really no rhyme or reason to it. I tried to follow the photo, but like wherever you feel like you want some creepy vein lines, really. I also went around my jaw or my collarbone with some gray eyeshadow to create some more darkness down there. And here we're done basically. I had my hair pinned up. I had it already done just to make sure I didn't get really hot when I was curling my hair with the heat and everything. So I did my hair and then here I am just kind of fixing her up. Yeah, I would definitely recommend doing your hair first and then pinning it back so you don't. Because the face is basically, you want it to be your last step so it stays the longest. Back combing my bangs. I have a cowlick, so it's kind of an issue. Yeah, so I just took a curling wand and just kind of did my hair. Having short hair now, it's awesome. I can just kind of go crazy with it and do whatever. Like, honestly, I would wear this hairstyle on a day-to-day basis, but it just I'm kind of made it more crazy with this look. And this was kind of like a last-minute decision for me, so I just paired it with some straight black clothes because the goal was really just to try out the face. So yeah, I'm just tying my boots right now, and that is basically the tutorial. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye!